Hello friends, welcome to Insights ICANN initiative. In today's video, we are going to discuss about Delhi Services Bill. By the way, I would like to tell you one thing. Yesterday video notes are already included in the yesterday's video description. That was in the PDF format. So please check the notes and please check the format also. Because one student commented that, so it was in the PPT and we want PDF. Actually, it was in the PDF. And please check, and based on that, if you have some other doubts, we can put those kind of doubts in comments. Okay, I'll include these video topics notes also in the video description. Please check. So still, if you have any problems, you can bring your problems to my notice. Now let us see what is this topic. Before we discuss about this topic, first we'll see the syllabus mapping. This is related to General Studies Paper 2. Indian Constitution, Features and Significant Provisions. And as usually, we'll go through the video components. In this video, we are going to discuss about why this is particular in news. You know that yesterday it passed by the Rajya Sabha, and before few days back it was passed by the Lok Sabha. So it was in news because of the various controversies surrounding this bill. We'll discuss about that, the background of this particular issue, and the key issues relating to this particular bill. And in this bill, mainly triple chain of accountability. It was much in news. So what is the meaning of this triple chain of accountability? I'll explain. Then some of the constitutional violations, according to some experts, what are the constitutional violations involved in this bill, that we will discuss, and what is the government of India, union government view on this particular bill also we'll see. Apart from that, we'll also see the differences between the state as well as the UT in terms of the administration. That is also we will see. So in this bill, we mainly revolves around one authority, that is about National Capital Civil Service Authority. This is the one very frequently we will discuss in this bill. So first, let me give some basic overview about this bill. Okay, this bill very popularly known as Delhi Service Bill, and is also known as NCT Delhi Amendment Ordinance. Okay, so in short, let me put in this way: Delhi Services Bill. Delhi Services Bill. Okay, Delhi Services Bill. Eventually, what this bill is doing? This bill is giving more powers to Lieutenant Governor. More powers to Lieutenant Governor. Okay, in terms of what? In terms of government officials. Government officials. Okay. So, with respect to government officials, in which areas Lieutenant Governor is having more powers? In terms of the transfers, in terms of taking any disciplinary action kind of thing on those areas, Lieutenant Governor is the ultimate power. Okay, of course, before the Lieutenant Governor taking the decision, the Lieutenant Governor will take the decision initially. It will be based on the recommendation of this authority, National Capital Civil Service Authority. National Capital Civil Service Authority. It will give recommendation to Lieutenant Governor, but the final decision will be based on the Lieutenant Governor, irrespective of this authority recommendation. That you have to understand. And one more thing. With respect to Lieutenant Governor, he can also issue this summon as well as prorogue order regarding the Assembly. That means Lieutenant or Governor discretion powers will go with respect to Assembly also. And one more thing regarding this Delhi Services Bill is about, actually here they created three structure. One is a Lieutenant Governor, Chief Minister and Chief Secretary. Any departmental secretary, they can directly report to the Lieutenant Governor, CM or Chief Secretary on any issue if they think that particular issue is leading to the conflict between the Delhi and Union government. That means here you are bypassing whom? You are completely bypassing the ministers. That means the collective responsibility. You know the students, in Indian Constitution, Article 75 Clause 3 talks about collective responsibility of the Union Cabinet. And here the one more important thing you have to remember, students, this is Delhi administration. This entire Delhi administration is according to the Article 239 AA. Article 239 AA. It talks about Delhi administration. Now tell me, students, in the union government or in the state government, the strength of Council of Ministers, you know that the strength of Council of Ministers should not more than 15% of total strength of Assembly. Should not more than 15% of total strength of Assembly. Then what about the Delhi? In Delhi, what is the limit on the strength of the Council of Ministers? If you know, tell me. So once again, go back to this particular bill. It is giving absolute unlimited powers to Lieutenant Governor in terms of the transfer as well as the disciplinary action on the bureaucrats. In terms of the bureaucrats, he will get inputs from the National Capital, National Capital Civil Service Authority. National Capital Civil Service Authority. They will give recommendations, and of course their recommendations are not bound on the Lieutenant Governor, and of course he has discretionary powers with respect to Assembly summoning and prorogue as well. Now here, National Capital Civil Service Authority, who will be there in this? Here in this, Chief Minister will be there and Home Secretary will be there. Home Secretary, Union Government, Home Secretary as well as the Chief Secretary. These three people will be there in this thing: Chief Minister, Chief Secretary and Home Secretary. That means this particular National Capital Civil Service Authority, in this particular authority, whose domination is there here? Again, more government officials who will be appointed by the Union Government. If these two government officers are taking any decision, they can easily over veto the Chief Minister. That means here, Chief Minister opinion is completely overtaken with the help of government officials. These are some of the controversies in the Delhi Services Bill. Let us go through the details of this particular thing. Okay. Now let's see which authority we are creating through this bill. We are creating an authority that is known as National Capital Civil Service Authority. It is having power related to transfer, posting and taking disciplinary actions and vigilance issues like any investigation committee and everything that's decided by this authority. But this authority, once they given the advice to the Lieutenant Governor is not bound to follow this authority advice. He can take decisions completely based on his discretion. So Lieutenant Governor is the ultimate power. Then if this is the case, where is the violation of Constitution? The violation of Constitution first comes is number one. Here the collective responsibility of the ministers we are losing out. That is the first violation. And the second violation is normally, so who should able to transfer the government officials? Who should this, like bureaucrat responsible? Bureaucrat must be responsible to the ministers. But here, bureaucrat transfer is controlling by the Lieutenant Governor. That is against the triple test of accountability. We'll see that anyhow very soon. And the administrative difference between the state and UT, we'll see. Now, why it is in news? The Rajya Sabha recently, like yesterday, it passed the Delhi Services Bill, and Lok Sabha passed previously, a few days back. It gives unlimited powers or absolute powers to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. What are the key issues? The first one is transferring and posting of officer. Like I said earlier, this is breaking the triple chain of accountability. What is this triple chain of accountability? Let me see. Okay, so triple chain of accountability, students. This concept is very, very important. Triple chain of accountability, because this bill is missing out that triple chain of accountability. Okay, so the triple chain of accountability is all about government officials, okay, will be responsible to the ministers, and ministers are responsible to the legislature, and legislature is responsible to the people. But here with this bill, government officials are not at all responsible to the ministers. That means the triple chain of accountability is missing out. This is the first thing. Here government officials are responsible to whom? Lieutenant Governor. This is one of the fundamental violation of triple chain of accountability. This triple chain of accountability is essential feature of the elected form of the government. Which is the essential features. It is being violated. This is number one. And next one is what is violating. LG has been given unlimited powers. Like I said earlier, he can decide regarding when the assembly has to be summoned, when it has to be prorogued. That is also the against the parliamentary form of government. Third one, like I said earlier, here government officials, look at here. So government officials, they can directly report to the chief minister or chief secretary or lieutenant governor, bypassing the ministers. That means here the ministers collective accountability is missing out, which is very essential in the parliamentary form of government. So that is also one of the complications. So these are the main three issues regarding the Delhi Service Bill. Let's see when this is challenged before the court, how whether it will be stand in this under the scrutiny of constitution or not. We'll see. The background issue. Actually, the power tussle between the government, Delhi government, and lieutenant governor, it is the age-old thing. It was started way back in 2015, as soon as this Aam Aadmi Party came into power, regarding the control of service in Delhi. Who should control the government services in Delhi? 2019, Supreme Court given the split judgment. That means two judges given the different opinion. Then it forwarded to the constitutional bench. The 5-judge constitutional bench given the judgment that the ultimate powers regarding the public service servants is goes to the Delhi government, because that is the responsible government to the people. So ultimate powers will be with the Delhi government, not with the lieutenant government, not with the lieutenant governor. To overcome that, Government of India issued one ordinance. The name of that ordinance is National Capital Territory of Delhi Ordinance 2023. Now this ordinance is being passed by the Parliament, so obviously it will become the act. Okay, tell me students, what is the maximum duration of the ordinance? What is the maximum duration of ordinance? Tell me. Next, key features. Already explained about the key features of this bill. And by the way, here you have to understand, students, what is the argument of Government of India? Government of India is saying that is Union government is saying that their version is Union government. Union government is saying that the idea behind this bill is we are balancing between the national security and we are also balancing the Delhi UT powers. Because so many national organizations and international organizations, they are having their headquarters in Delhi. So we are taking certain controls over the Delhi. This is what the Union government opinion. Okay. So you can give your opinion also. Let's see. Your opinion, your perspective also. Actually, Delhi is administrating by now according to the Initiative of Delhi Act 1991. Now we are establishing this National Civil Service, National Capital Civil Service Authority. Like I said earlier, now they are going to have a control over the Group A officers and even officers related to DANICS, Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar Island Civil Services, who are serving in the Delhi and all these issues. And Lieutenant Governor is the final authority with respect to postings. We already discussed. And unlimited Lieutenant Governor, unlimited powers to Lieutenant Governor, and Lieutenant Governor can appoint the heads of the investigation committees. So that means Lieutenant Governor can decide how the investigation committees or inquiry committees can function. So which is really making the Delhi government so powerless. Triple chain of accountability, already explained. What is the triple chain of accountability? And Article 239AA, it deals with the administration of Delhi government. Actually, this article was included based on the recommendation of the SP Balakrishnan committee. It was included through which amendment? 69th Constitution Amendment Act in 1991. Actually, this amendment, given assembly to the Delhi. Previously, Delhi did not have assembly. This amendment added the assembly to Delhi. And whichever the UTs are having assemblies, they are somewhat having more powers compared to the UTs without having any assemblies. So in India, 3 UTs are having their own assembly: J&K, Delhi and Puducherry. Okay. And Delhi Assembly was empowered to make laws on any subject mentioned in the state list, except 3 things: police, public order, as well as the land administration. Police, public order and land administration. The concerns regarding this bill already explained. This bill is, keeping all the powers in the hands of the Lieutenant Governor, and it is bypassing the assembly because Assembly summoning is also going to be based on the discretion of the Lieutenant Governor. It is impacting the cooperative federalism, especially the distribution between this UT as well as the union government. And is also conflict between the Chief Minister and Lieutenant Governor very frequently. And the constitutional validity of this one, we have to see whether it will be stood in the judicial review or not. And it is also curtailing, completely limiting the Delhi government authority. All these are some of the issues related to Delhi Services Bill. Constitutional issues already explained. Constitutional issues are basically this is regarding the triple chain of accountability. It will come under the scrutiny of judiciary, as well as this collective responsibility of ministers. That also will be questioned in the courts. How the UTs are administrated. Normally, UTs are administrated by the president, and president will be helped by administrator of that particular UT. Some UTs have the assemblies, and those they can make their own laws. Okay. And regarding the constitutional issues, we discussed about this. Special provision to Delhi, Puducherry and J&K. This also we discussed. Yes, these are some of the issues present in the Delhi Services Bill. Now let's see yesterday's video question. Which is the first classical language of India? That is Tamil. Tamil is the first classical language of India. Now today's video question. Today's video question is, which of the following statements are not correct? Read these statements and tell me which statements are not correct. Mains question. How does federalism operate under Indian Constitution? It is asking about the operational of the federalism. What is the impact of federalism on Indian governance? Impact of federalism. And what are the main challenges faced in maintaining the federal structure? What are the challenges facing, and what kind of improvements we can suggest to improve the federalism? This is the mains question. And as we reach to the end of the video, let us revise quickly what we discussed in this video. So this video is about the Delhi Services Bill. In this bill, we discussed about some of the controversies surrounding the Delhi Services Bill, especially National Capital Civil Service Authority, and what kind of powers we given to Lieutenant Governor, and how it is violating triple chain of accountability, collective responsibility, and the view of the union government also we discussed. Apart from that, there are some special provisions given to some UTs with assemblies, that also we discussed, and we also discussed about some background information regarding the Article 239AA. This is about the detailed analysis regarding the Delhi Services Bill.